Yay! Hooray! Hooray! We're live! I'm excited. I hope you are too. I hope you're feeling this is a wonderful time. This is a wonderful month. You are already feeling this is a wonderful year. I hope you're already sensing it because it is, because you're ready for it. And I am live on YouTube. So thank you for joining. I have my glasses in case we need those. And I will share. I have got some treats tonight. Remember, it is Wind Down Wednesday. So in the comments, in the chat over here, would you please put what you are drinking? What are you bringing to this wonderful Wind Down Wednesday? I have some super cool drinks that my daughter and son, my son, Joey, my oldest son, Joey, was in town with his family, and he and his sister, Katie, got some special time, which was really cool because they got me the perfect drink, the perfect bottles. I don't know if you can see. They're called Dragonfire. It's beautiful. Oh, I wonder if there's a way. Well, I can't really quite. I will show you in a minute. I'll show you this one first. So you swirl it. Woo! Like having a party. Whee! And then you can see how it swirls around. It just looks so magical. That's what dragons bring. Absolutely. This is a great purchase prior to the Year of the Dragon. We're already celebrating that. This one is the mango flavored. I'll try that one too. And you can see that. I'm going to turn off our lights. It's going to get really dark. Well, not really dark here. And there's a light. Let me see if I can turn this light off too. Oh, wait, that's not the light I wanted. Sorry. There's one that it stays on. And so as you're swirling it around, there you go. Isn't that cool? And this is the mango flavored. And I will say this was our favorite of everybody's. The bottle comes with the light. It comes with the button. So you're able to, as I drop it, you're able to just have it. It's already ready to go. The smaller bottles don't do that. My cat is walking right where. I've got to say, I have contemplated and talked to you a little bit about not doing wind down in here, but doing it in my other office away from the kitty cats, just so they don't knock anything over. But you've all been saying, no, stay, keep it. So this Dragonfire is blueberry flavored. I'll tell you, my daughter-in-law and my daughter did not enjoy it as much. It wasn't their favorite. It was, I think, the least favorite. They liked the orange mango, the mango one that I showed you first, and they liked the green apple. Green apple is the other flavor, and then this one was the third. I personally did like it. I did add ice to mine, but if you can find this to celebrate Year of Dragon, I'm definitely going to get more of this to celebrate, and I do appreciate them bringing this. So what fun. What a good time. Oh, good. This is in the smaller bottles are a twist off. Although my cats are going nutty. So I'm in the meantime. Hi, Michelle. You're drinking water with lemon. Elizabeth, hello, beautiful. I don't know if you were feeling me. I had a dream about your son the other night. Just everything was going great, but interesting. It's like he wanted to have a conversation. But Coca-Cola, one of my favorites. It's called Dragonfire. And what I really love, so I kept the bottle too. We finished the mango one together, but what I love is even after you finish it though, you'll see the swirliness. There's some residue left over, but it's really fun. It's just very enjoyable. And the other thing about drinks, you can always blend it with something else. That's the thing when we went to a wine tasting at Sumner Crest. And if you've been watching me for several years, you know that I've talked about Sumner Crest before. And during their talk, she will talk about blending fresh strawberries or adding like cherry flavored 7-Up or sugar-free 7-Up. And it still has the swishy colors, the swirl, even after you pour it. And it's safe to drink. So, and I have my special flutes that have the sapphire on it to bring in the sapphire energy. And I like that it blends with the dragon energy. Sapphires are really great for intuition, for boosting intuition. And I feel like that's, of course, marvelous. But I love the eye on this particular bottle. The bottle, whatever the flavor is, that's the eye color for the dragon too. Only the larger bottles have the little light button. You can rinse out your bottle once it's empty and use it for your full moon water, and then have that as this is the moon water of the month. Not that you need to drink 12 bottles, but it would be something that you could start with that moon cycle and collect that moon water and then apply it. And that would make sure that you are actually applying it. So Karen's like, afternoon, Trish, I'm drinking coffee. It's not that late. Come on now, girl. I'm going to wear this. It does look like lava. I know, right? It looks so cool, though. 8 p.m. Isaac's saying water. Cindy's drinking water. Elizabeth was wondering which son. Joey, my oldest Joey. Oh, my gosh. Can you believe it? I have so many photos. And I never know. Should I share them? I don't know what to do. So, yeah. Yes. So Elizabeth, when you and I drank that blueberry wine, I do remember that. And that was from Sumner Crest. And what I really loved about the Sumner Crest is that it doesn't give you a headache. It does taste like blueberries or strawberries, whatever it is. So that's exactly, yes, great memories. Oh my God, it was such great memories. So everyone, if you would please bring your drink, whatever it may be, coffee, water, lemonade, Coca-Cola, raise your glass and let's cheers to a marvelous time tonight and always. So mote it be. Okay, so I really like the blueberry. I think it tastes like a blueberry candy. Katie had said she thought it tasted more like blueberry ranchers. I think it just tastes really, really good. So it doesn't taste like blueberry juice. It does not taste like that. It does not taste like blueberry wine. It definitely tastes like blueberry candy. And when you add the ice and make it even colder, it definitely adds it tastes like I don't know if you remember the Kool-Aid. I don't know if any of you ever drank the Kool-Aid, but they used to have the Kool-Aid that was in that particular bottle, and you could put the bottles in the freezer, and then you would twist off the cap and be able to drink it. So anyway, the reason why I like this wine is because my kids gave it to me. And I was excited about trying it, but I also like the dragon energy. And the Year of Dragon is going to bring a lot of dragon energy. When we're working with dragon energy, we're bringing in the fire, we're bringing in the water, going with the flow, the fire, bringing in the action. We're bringing in the earth activity because dragons they're very grounded. They're able to lay their eggs. They're able to walk, and they nest on earth, on the ground. So dragon energy is able to really call in a lot of the different elements that you're going to be able to apply. I'm not sure what all they're knocking down. I apologize because I do want to pull some cards tonight, so we might see about that. Whew, goodness gracious. Sorry about that. So how many of you, I don't know if you even know this, are you the Year of Dragon? And here's the other thing, even if if you're not a Year of Dragon, it doesn't matter, because the Year of Dragon brings the energy of that dragon energy, just like Year of Dog brought in that dog energy, that dog vibration. What is so spectacular about this Year of Dragon is it's an 8. This year is an 8. So if you think 2 + 2 + 4 for 2024, that totals up to 8. That brings in that 8 vibration, 8 of the manifesting. Think about when we do the Lionsgate portal, we do the Lionsgate Gateway, we are bringing in the celebration of that 8. We have the manifesting specialty during August and also during October. Octo for October actually was because it had been considered the 8th month back in the Grecian calendar. So that 8 brings that energy of magic, of manifesting, of the infinity. So it goes on, it's continuous, it's able to build upon itself and improve. And that's what you're able to do with your manifesting during this time. Being intentional each and every day is going to help escalate your manifesting. Doing simple things like showing up right now. I know that might seem kind of silly, but seriously, we are of like-minded. And even if you don't believe in this and you just show up, you still get the benefit of the vibration. It's still present. It's just like if you went to an event, and I usually refer like to back in the day when we would go to bars, there would be smoking and you would leave the bar smelling like the bar. The next morning, you would find your clothes and you had to wash them because it smelled like the bar. It's the same. You're showing up here. You're not smelling like the bar, but you are smelling like money. You are smelling like manifesting. So by investing your time right now, you're already getting the benefit of shoving that vibration higher and higher. I feel like we need Pointer Sisters singing in the background, celebrating with us. The other thing I wanted to talk about tonight is besides you boosting your vibration, by you attending tonight, that also helps break down those barriers. Sometimes we just feel like I can't do it. No. I'm not in the right mindset. I'm feeling kind of grumpy. Things aren't working out. I already let go of my New Year's Eve resolution. Totally get that. Totally. Did you know that is a statistic that the majority of people go on their New Year's Eve resolution the second Saturday of the month? So no worries. Don't worry about it if you have. And if you're going with it, you're still doing it. Yay! Give yourself all the props. Yay! But the thing as we're manifesting and we're like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm applying this. Each and every moment you have an opportunity to start fresh. You don't have to worry about, well, I was having a cruddy morning. I was having a cruddy time earlier. I just got into an argument with so-and-so. That doesn't matter. You're able to change everything at the drop of a hat. At any moment you decide, you're able to do that. The nice thing is that if you will make the most of this lingering Capricorn energy as we go into Aquarius energy, you're going to be able to reach out to the universe and apply some out of this universe kind of ideas. That literally is what Aquarius brings. Now, I keep moving my drink so my cat doesn't get it. But if you have your latest edition of your Essential Manifesting Guidebook, what you would do is you would go into the zodiac signs. You're going to go to the very end and you're going to read up on what's left of Capricorn, which you could totally do that. You could totally apply the crystals in your sacred space with the last couple days. Otherwise, you just skip on ahead to Aquarius. You're going to bring the Aquarius strengths. Let's get my glasses on so we can just make sure. And the typical season is the 20th of January to the 18th of February. Their specialties, meaning their strengths, intelligence, quirkiness, and they're a human, I can't say the word, humanitarian. Just go slow, Trisha, just go slow. She'll get it out. Their favorite planet is Uranus. How are you say it? I don't know. I used to always say Uranus, and then someone said, that's not how you say it. So then I tried saying Uranus, and then my friend Laura just kept getting the giggles, which makes me giggle too. I get it. Okay, this is totally a tangent, but Sugar has diarrhea. And so we've been up like every hour with her during the night. Last night was my night. And so I'm watching some Ancient Aliens episode, one of those things. And in it, they were one of the episodes, they were talking about how the planets were not naturally aligned the way we see them now and how they moved around. which I thought was kind of cool because I feel like, isn't that the case of everything? Yes, we're here right now, but we can shift at any moment. And I felt like that was a really cool message for each and every one of us. Uranus is your cool, unconventional, and sometimes peculiar, brilliant uncle. He loves you and will provide a radical, fresh, genius, new take on manifesting. Now, that is the planet that's going to rule over Aquarius. You're going to be working with Uranus. If you have a special connection with the planet, apply that. If you want additional ways to work with it, go ahead and check out your book. If you have your Essential Manifesting Oracle deck, go ahead and turn to your guidebook and read up on that card, read up on Aquarius on that card. You could add it to your sacred space. You could apply that energy into your manifesting. If you're making a manifesting grid, if you just want to add it to your sacred space, I would add items that connect with the Aquarian energy. I would add things that I'd actually print out the Uranus planet. And especially because it's so different, I would put that and hang that in that space as well. And the reason being is because you're allowed to be different. You're allowed to do things differently. As you're manifesting, what has been the typical approach up until this point is now going to look a little different. You're going to have some literal out of the box ways of doing something. And you're going to have that divine inspiration of doing things differently as well. The other thing to note is that Uranus is still retrograding. And as we begin Aquarius, we are going to still be in that retrograde period, meaning it has an opportunity for you to look backwards. It looks to reminisce, to revisit times that you feel like you were doing things and it succeeded, but you did things in an unexpected way, that you did things that you thought were not possible and they suddenly were possible. I want you to think about maybe you had never considered taking up belly dancing, and then suddenly that popped in your mind and you started it and it fixed your backache. I mean, something crazy like that. Uranus also has a way of shaking things up, especially when it's retrograding. So here you're going along thinking everything is acting out fine, and then all of a sudden you're shoved onto a new path. And instead of saying, I'm sorry, Uranus just says, you're welcome, and is very proud of itself. So it's okay if you're finding yourself in that shaken up period. It just means that you were intentionally placed on this new journey because you're ready for that upgrade. That's why. It's not because you're going back. It's not like in Chutes and Ladders where it would take you down, and make you start all over from the beginning. The other thing is when you are connecting with this air sign that begins on Saturday, and then the following Saturday is when Uranus goes direct. But if you're connecting with this air sign, that means there's a lot of that spiritual energy, that communication, that you might feel a little lightheaded. You might feel a little sleepy because you're going. You might have a lot of thoughts. Your angels are all over this. But you might have a lot of thoughts, and I want you to double check it with your intuition and then follow through on it. The thing about following through with your intuition is the more you use your intuitive muscle, the stronger it becomes, and the more you're able to trust it, to be confident in it, and to feel courageous, like you're going for it. If you start working with the Aquarian energy, now we're still in Capricorn, so you can still make the most of that the next couple days. And if you are a Capricorn rising, or that's your moon sign, or Aquarius is your rising sign or your moon sign or your sun sign, that's all wonderful. Know that it's going to impact you a little bit more. You're like that first layer connected. You are already aligned with it. So it will come a little bit easier aligning and naturally syncing up with it. The thing I like about working with Aquarius energy is that to me, it has spontaneity to it as well. If you're a goddess of optimism, you're already leaning into the spontaneity. You're already seeing where this is a benefit to being able to zig and zag as you need to make those sudden movements in your manifesting. And when we talk about manifesting, sometimes we think, well, this is how I have it written out. This is the way I want it to go. This is that ABCD order. These are the way things should go. And it doesn't. And then it can get you kind of sideways. It can make you feel all jumbled. I don't know what to do now. I'm not sure. It can make you question. It can make you feel worried. Like, did I do something wrong? Should I have done something else? Should I have trusted this other person or whatever? This is where you trusting your intuition builds the foundation for every confident step you take here on out. And that's important because that helps you know, I need some self-care. I need to rest. I need to change my diet. I need to eat more salad than I've been. I need to, maybe you need, excuse me, to say no to some more things rather than saying yes to everything. I'm going to take a quick sip. Thank you. The other thing is, if you're feeling like you're not sure what to do, you feel like you've been doing it all, but you're also feeling exhausted, you're feeling at a standstill, you're feeling like you've been pushing a boulder uphill, because we are in a state of shift. The whole entire universe is in a state of shift. Mother Earth is in a state of shifting as you are going. And I feel like if you're here, you're already bouncing between the third dimension and the fifth dimension. And again, if this isn't your jam, that's totally fine. You don't have to pay attention to it. If it doesn't resonate with you, it does not hurt my feelings. That's totally okay. If it resonates with you, then come in a little bit even closer. Because what this is saying is, as we are navigating this adjustment, what you're doing by working with the cosmic events, the cosmic energies, such as the zodiac signs, you're aligning with it. You're giving it your attention. You as a light worker are amplifying it and being able to help others make a shift for the better, raise the vibration, raise the roof. That's exactly what's going on. If you are manifesting and things seem to be stymied, which they do stall out sometimes, and sometimes it's just because you are a goddess of peace. You're keeping everybody else happy. You're feeling like, I just want my husband to be happy. I just want my bestie to be happy. She called me. She needs me. I need to stop everything and go over there. Totally makes sense. But the thing is, for a goddess of peace, it's a little bit more difficult to get back into doing the thing for herself, because she keeps saying yes to all the things that everyone else is asking of her, and she's saying no to the thing that matters most to her. With the goddess of action, yes, you are taking that action, you're going, you're trusting your instincts, which is all fabulous, but sometimes you don't have to be doing everything. And so you are blocking blessings of other people that they would get by learning their journey on that path. Like they would grow stronger by taking their own action on the journey rather than being dependent on you. And this is especially something that you see like in helicopter parents, how they're doing everything. They're taking all ownership for their kids, all responsibility, and not giving, empowering them more. So as a goddess of action, you can step back and delegate and just let it go. Just let them do whatever it is that they want to do, however that comes out. If you're the goddess of optimism, it's easy for you to manifest because you forget about it. However, sometimes there are really important things that you have forgotten about. And so by allowing yourself to be in the moment, being present and staying focused, like putting those blinders on, you really are going to be able to manifest quicker because you're going to give that laser focus for that short period of time. And it's like a burst. And what I see it as, if you ever have seen a billow, it looks like a point, and it comes like this, and you blow air into your fire at the bottom. It has a tube right here, and it has like an accordion, and it blows air literally because you're bringing the two handles together. And that air fuels the fire. It brings more energy to the fire. And that's exactly what you can do by putting those blinders on and being laser focused. And the goddess of peace, of course, by saying no to some other things and saying yes to your dreams, you're going to truly open up to being aligned with manifesting versus having those blockages. I've got to take care of everybody else. I've got to worry about everybody else. The other thing you can do immediately is to invest in self-care. Like right now, invest in self-care. It doesn't have to be a major. Before you go night-night tonight, you could actually put hand lotion on. That could be something that is very short. It doesn't take that much time up, but as you're rubbing your hand lotion in, you're saying an affirmation. And it could be something as simple: each day and every way, I'm getting better and stronger. Something as simple as that. That is an investment in self-care. If you're taking a little bit of a longer shower and you're massaging your hair during the time and you're opening, you could say, I am opening up to my intuition, my angels, and my whole spirit posse. And that way, by doing that, and that feels really good too, by the way. But by doing that, you are not only notifying your own soul that you matter, but you're also notifying the whole entire universe. And the reason why this matters so much is because as you are shifting, and I do feel that you've been shifting between the 3-dimension and the 5-dimension. If you're already working with spirit guides, you're working with fairies, you're already able to tiptoe into that 4th dimension. And you're probably going a little bit higher on other times too, when you are just noticing you've got a little bit stronger intuition. And there is nothing wrong, nothing to be afraid of. If you don't want to see that, you don't have to. If you feel like, well, if I am raising my vibration and I'm suddenly going to see ghosts, well, I can tell you, you can raise your vibration and still not see the actual ghosts. You don't have to see their presence. You can still decline that opportunity. It's totally fine. But by you raising your vibration, you're helping everyone shift. And the reason why we're talking about that tonight is because that's exactly what Aquarius does each and every year. And we're in the age of Aquarius. So it's going to become stronger and stronger and stronger. It's going to become more prevalent. And you're going to be noticing subtle changes, subtle differences. And people are going to be coming to you saying, are you noticing anything? Is there something going on I should be aware of? And you can say, yeah, we're raising the whole, we're raising the roof. We're raising the whole vibration of Mother Earth, of the whole universe, actually, this galaxy. And we're a part of that shift. So by having the positive thoughts, by being intentional, by doing the self-care, you're not only changing the vibration for you, but you're changing the vibration for all. And just like we're all here, we are raising our vibration by showing up together. How incredible is that? How so super, super cool is that? So as you're feeling like maybe you're noticing you're a little bit more tired, and it's not because you're letting your dog out every hour. Maybe you're noticing that you have a little bit of lightheadedness. These are things. Now, of course, if you're feeling icky or anything else, go see your doctor. But if you're feeling like, I really don't know what's going on, of course, you can see your doctor. But of course, you can talk to your angels and say, is this because I'm shifting in dimensions? It's like when the veil is thin, and we know the veil becomes thin, especially around Halloween. And it's that same energy, and it's going to continue to thin even when it's beyond that Halloween period, beyond that normal period. As we prepare to go into Imbolc February 1st through 2nd, as we prepare for the equinox in March, as we prepare for May Day, and all of these different events that are occurring all throughout the year, you're going to find that that veil is increasingly getting thinner, especially around those times. So if you're already raising your vibration, you are tiptoeing into the higher dimensions, you're going to see fairies if you choose to. If you choose to believe, if you choose to align, that's what enables you to see them. And it begins with hearing them. It begins with hearing your angels. It begins with hearing and trusting. Oftentimes people say, well, how do I know it's not my own voice? Well, it's going to sound a little bit like your own voice. What other voices do you hear unless you're doing cartoon characters or you're a voiceover talent? Even as a voiceover talent, I still hear a sound similar to my voice. I'll tell you, when I hear my angels talking, it's a different energy. It's a different energy present in my body. When I hear fairies talk, it's a different energy and it feels like a complete thought. When I hear animals talk, it's like the whole idea, their whole statement is plopped into my mind. It's like a whole, it's a knowingness. All of a sudden, this was shared. So that's the difference here. So yay. Nice. Isaac is a horse here. Isaac, actually, it's a really successful year for you. Horse works very, very well, and especially the freedom. You bring the money, you bring the expansion. So, and you work very, very well with Dragon. So this is going to be an incredible, incredible year for you. Hi, Jenny. Hello, gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Yay. Working on self-care. Amen. So if you're working on some very old blockages. Okay, so Jenny, what I want to share about working on very old blockages. There is, gosh, I want to say it's on, I want to say Trish McKinley blockages. Hang on, let me try to find that. Trish McKinley. It might be 17. That's not how I spell my name. Hang on. Sorry. Trish McKinley. Blockages. Nope. Oh. Okay, there's a video, evidently, that we can watch. Okay. Oh, we have a free 20-minute guided meditation to download to remove your blockages. The one thing too is that create your day. That was something that we were talking about earlier. I can spell my name. You know what? I am going to put my glasses on. I hope no one minds. It's just easier as I keep typing in. I would like to get the URL so that you can actually do this. It's funny. I do think that people get so uptight when they're manifesting, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. Okay, that's not it. Oh, I think it's unclog. Ha! Thank you, baby. Okay, now ready to unclog those blockages. Oh, wait. Okay, but that doesn't help you, does it? Okay. Hang on, I got this. Hi, Lauren. Hi, gorgeous. It's, well, it would help if I could spell that right. McKinley.com/unclog. Okay, so the reason why I'm sharing that is because Janie and I were just talking about getting rid of the blockages. And this was created, I know it sounds silly, but it's potty humor. I don't know if my daughter redid it, but when I created it, it was all about potty humor. And the reason being is because I want you to flush away the blockages and some of the deep-seated things. When we hear people talk about the shadow work, I have a couple things on that, Janie. So you can, for what it's worth, it's, take what you want and leave what you don't want. I feel each and every one of us work on shadow work all the time. I feel like we encounter negative memories, negative interactions, negative moments, and it brings up an old wound. It brings up an old hurt. Just the other day, I read something and it was it was a show, and my friend had said, do you want to watch this, and do you know anything about it? And I didn't. I looked into it, and it was about this girl who's a witch, and she has this wonderful community, these friends within the town. And fast forward to, she helps the woman get pregnant, and then the son does something bad, and the son dies, and the girl turns against the friend that's the witch, and the whole town turns against the witch, and it brings up that witch wound. And for many of us, we were witches in a past life. Many of you, whether you are a practicing male witch or female witch, we were witches. In other words, we were midwives. We were herbalists. We were gardeners. We were working to create healing modalities for animals, for the farm, we were naturally working with fairies. We were naturally a part of the magic that of every day. We were all in this together. And so when people were being murdered for being labeled a witch, and then their property was taken over, so there was a lot of underhandedness that went on. There's still that memory today. And so as you're working with manifesting, it can bring up some old wounds. It can bring up some old memories. Every time we go through a retrograde, and we go through numerous retrogrades all throughout every year. And especially if there is something that occurred within your life, you might notice that you have a fear that is unexplainable. I love Brian Weiss's books so if you go to my shop on Amazon, the Trish McKinley, or amazon.com/shop/Trish McKinley, you'll find my books there, but you also find the Brian Weiss books that I talk about. And I like those, and I've seen him in person. I like him, and I like his reads. I think they're easy reads, and some of it will resonate with you and some of it won't. You'll be able to just pass over. But I do feel like it's something that opens the door to you remembering. And it does it in such a subtle way that you don't have to feel icky about it. You don't have to feel fear in entertaining those thoughts or revisiting those moments. Sometimes when you're doing shadow work, intentional shadow work, it really can feel fearful because it's bringing back a traumatic event. It's bringing back a traumatic memory, even if it's been deeply embedded. I also feel, my belief is that if you had a particular fear in a past life, or because of a past life, when you have exited that past life, that fear is no longer there. And just something to chew on, something to consider. So you might notice that blockages that are now present, you didn't have that blockage 10 years ago, maybe not even 5 years ago. Now, there might be some that you came into this lifetime with. So by going through that sheet, and it's a free download, so download it and start to go through it, and then give yourself grace. So when I'm revisiting blockages, whenever I'm noticing something keeps coming up, and it's like, I hear it 3 times, I know I need to address it. It might just be, I don't really need to get to the bottom of things. I'm just going to release it. And I just literally am like, thank you for coming to me. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. And you've served your purpose. I appreciate you. You may now go. You are released. You are free to go. And so that's taking that ownership, that responsibility of, okay, I acknowledge you, but I no longer need you. So you can wash your hands of it. The other thing, when you are releasing a blockage, sometimes you don't know what the blockage is. It could be a lineage, a family lineage. So the family that you are with, it might be like a great grandfather on your father's side. You never knew, you never heard a story, but that's embedded in your DNA. So when you are doing your smudging, if you are intentional, even if it's like a gong, if it's your sage stick, your Palo Santo or whatever, but you're releasing it. I actually do this in the shower. I enjoy doing this in the shower because for me, it's very instantaneous. So when I have the water running over my head, I will say, whatever is this blockage that I've encountered, I don't need to know the details. I just need to release it. And with this cleansing breath, it will be released. I thank the water for cleansing me of this blockage. And I just stand there in that moment for a while till I intuitively feel done. I feel clear. And then I ask angels to fill that void with love, light, and blessings. And then I accept it. And I think that's the biggest part. You will have continuous blockages. It's not like we ever wake up blockage free forevermore. It will become less and less and less. It will just be all of a sudden someone pushes your button, or all of a sudden something is reminded, or you'll hear a song and it'll bring it back up. But you have the tools to release it. Wearing your different crystals that you feel empowered. Tiger's Eye is my go-to crystal for everything. It's for protection. It's for my connection with my grandpa, with my family, with my intuition. And so, and I like connecting with that tiger energy as well. That's brought into it. That brown and yellow is very, very powerful for you too. So Janie, I might be blabbing on way too more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, so Janie says that you are literal colon issues from out of nowhere. I do feel like that's from a past life, by the way. And seeing the doctor is fine. Yes. And you're a goddess of peace. That to me is very, very, very telling. Very telling. Okay. I gave all my water to the cats. So sorry for, I promise you, I'm not chugging along here on my, what flavor? On my blueberry dragon fire. And by the way, the kids did not find it like at a normal store. They went to a special like liquor store to buy it, by the way. Okay. So Janie, so when you have the colon issues, etc., my feeling is you're not speaking your voice. And when you say you're a goddess of peace, that makes a heck of a lot of sense, because you don't want to bother someone. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to rock the boat. And for a goddess of peace, she might have the right idea. She might have the right opinion, but she's not willing to share it because she doesn't want to insult someone, which is your natural. But by you not sharing your opinion, you're swallowing your words. You're swallowing it down. And where does that go? Down, down, down. So it's going to go into your stomach, and you're going to have tummy issues. You're going to get ulcers, or it can also be clogging up in your colon. The thing is, I do feel like if you have a really good herbalist, that would be great. We have a place here called, I think she's called Mother Earth. I think that's the name of her store, is Mother Earth. It's in Fairfield, Ohio. But if you have a place like that near you, I would look for a place like that. We used to have another place too, the herbalist, and she was fantastic. Whatever you're going through, that girl could do it. I swear, she looked like just a magical magi. Yeah. And she was on it. She was very healing. So if you have someone like that, I would love Louise Hayes. You Can Heal Your Life book. I would look up colon issues, see what that represents. Also state her affirmation that she uses in that book. Allow that to help as well. So you have a lot of homework. I want you doing the unclog. I think that's even hilarious. It's even sweeter that it will help unclog your colon and those issues. I also want you talking to your colon, something that we can all of us do. If there's an area, and if we have some time, we can do it too. Hold on one second. Okay. So Michelle said you don't like wearing turtlenecks or even wearing necklaces or something about anything around your neck. Obviously, you were strangled, you were hanged. You're absolutely right. And I'm so proud of you for recognizing that and honoring that, and not not forcing it. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I just got to get over it. And no, you don't. You've got to honor yourself. Okay, so each and every one of us, we're going to do something a little different here. Yeah, so do set likes. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So everyone, please get comfortable. And we're going to talk to that ailment within ourselves. And if you don't have an ailment, you can just send your body love the whole time. But maybe you've been having headaches. Maybe you've been having a little bit of a tummy ache. Maybe you have some aches and pains just because the weather's colder or it's rainy or snowy or whatever. Okay. And so what we're going to do is a little mini meditation, go in and we're going to talk to it. And you're going to learn how to communicate with your body part. And that way we can address it and help heal it. And starting that dialogue with your body, remember, you are the master of your universe. You know, it's like He-Man. I want you to see yourself with the power. You're He-Man, you're She-Ra, and you have it. You have the power. So take a cleansing breath and relax wherever you may be. Relax your shoulders a little more. And gently go to that place where you feel is calling you. Perhaps you have an ailment that's been ongoing. Perhaps you have migraines. Perhaps you have carpal tunnel. Perhaps there's a little bit of a tummy ache. Whatever area of your body is calling your attention, be it through an illness, through an ache or pain, if you would please, in your mind's eye, visualize that spot and imagine yourself going to greet that area. And I want you to bring love. And when I say light, it is the healing light of all. And you don't have to identify a color. It's just knowing that this is a healing light of all, of the I am. And as you address this particular body part, issue, pain, say thank you for your notification. Thank you for sharing with me that you need this time, energy, and attention. Thank you for making me aware of your presence. Take a cleansing breath as you calibrate to their frequency so you may receive their information clearly. Next, ask either aloud or to yourself, what is it that you'd like to share with me? Why are you out of balance? What has occurred that has made this the timing of this issue? And then sit quietly listening for the information provided back. When you feel you have received all of the information this body part, ache, or pain wanted to share, thank it. And then say, what may I do to help you return to comfort? To your total of well-being, to your perfect state, and then intuitively listen for the response. The response may come as symbols, as an idea that suddenly pops into your head, as a name for you to contact, as a crystal for you to add to your crystal collection, as an action to take. Maybe suddenly you have the sense of forgiving someone that hasn't even been on your mind for years and years. Maybe you suddenly have an intuitive idea to clean your closet, to wash your windows, to clean out your toilet, whatever it may be. Allow the guidance to continue. And when you feel that information is complete, ask again, is there anything else you'd like to share? When you feel you have received all of the information, again, thank this body part, disease, ailment, or pain. Thank you for the guidance. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. It is resolved, and you have served your purpose. You are now released as we return to our perfect, whole, healthy body, mind, and spirit. Take a cleansing breath in through your nose, pulling that air up for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it a second, and then slowly exhale with a sigh. 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you are ready, open your eyes. When you are experiencing an ache or a pain, you might have felt like, wow, this really was from a past life. You may have gleaned information that you don't know where it came from. That's okay. You can repeat this mini meditation over and over. You can revisit it and write down the journal questions. You can do it literally where you're sitting in bed tonight and you're writing down and then thanking that ailment for bringing it to your attention. That could be part of your 3 things you feel grateful for tonight. You could ask angels to go even deeper throughout the night and then providing you with the cure or the solution, or what are the necessary steps in order to identify, release, and heal from this experience. Sometimes it literally is just an acknowledgement. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I've been totally avoiding this. Oh yeah, you're right. I totally don't speak my mind. I don't speak my opinion. You can find, as soon as you've identified that, you can create your affirmation that states the exact opposite to bring that power in. So if I don't normally speak my mind, I am now so comfortable speaking my mind opinion out loud, no matter who's around to hear it. And all of a sudden, you shift the control, you shift the power back into your soul, back into yourself. And that is a wonderful, strong first step in shifting everything. It's the first step in shifting your relationships and shifting your manifesting and shifting how to bring the right clients into your life. It's that being still for a moment, giving yourself grace, and then allowing yourself to take that action step. When you're manifesting, especially for the goddess of peace, it's that you're that slow and steady, but sometimes we need to, step it up. Time is of the essence. And that's exactly what that mini meditation does. And you've just done it. You did it well. You did it great. And you can repeat it over and over and over. So, okay. So, okay. So, okay. Let's see. And yeah, I didn't. I've not heard of that one. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle said, check out the book, The Secret Language of Your Body by Ina Segal. Yes, each body part is connected to an emotion or emotions. I haven't read it. I can tell you I have worked with Louise Hayes. She cured herself of cancer. And so I feel like you're just going to be really loving it. So, yeah. Okay. And Cindy said she literally avoids bridges with water on both sides. You know what? It's amazing how we have these memories, we have these experiences, and then we somehow think we should just get on with our lives, just disregard it. When in reality, if that's coming up for you, there's something that's looking to be healed. And that's why I was saying, no matter what, you're able to do shadow work. No matter what, it comes up. Smoky quartz is a great crystal to have around if you want to dive a little deeper into shadow work. I also feel like you don't have to do an intentional deep dive into shadow work. You're doing it, like I was saying, each and every day. When you have a memory that suddenly comes up, that's something that you can totally revisit. Thanks, sweetheart. Yay. So Janie says she truly appreciates the time and keep doing the meditation. Yeah, yes, I'm glad. And you will feel the release. And sometimes you have to ask 5 different times. Excuse me. There's something about, I think it's called the Toyota way. I think it's that. And it's a business book, actually. And it's a process where if there's a problem, something's going on, they ask why. And the Toyota way within the company, they would ask why 5 times. So why are you hurting? Well, why is that occurring? Well, so why are you hurting? Well, my wrist just has a pain. Well, why does it just have a pain? I don't know. Maybe I'm overusing it. Well, why do you think you're overusing it? Well, because I had company here and I was doing too much. Well, why do you think you are doing too much? Well, probably because it was just easier for me to do it all than to ask for help. Well, why didn't you want to ask for help? Well, because maybe I would have felt like an imposition, or I felt like I wanted to have more control, or I didn't want to put anybody out. Well, why didn't you want to do that? And then all of a sudden you come to this nitty gritty, or maybe you need to go down a couple more layers. But you can see how each time you ask why, you're getting more clarity and more revelation. When you have the revelation, you can have the healing. You can have that next step. So that goes so great, like especially if you love your doctor, you're working with your doctor and they've got great ideas, and then you're suddenly compounding it with this magical, healer over here that runs that nutrition side. I think it's called Mother Earth, but I don't know where you are, but I'm sure you have a place like that. So Karen says she experimented with growing her hair, and you had a great hairdresser. Okay, I've got to wear my glasses. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Okay. Karen said you experimented with growing your hair and it was not you. So you had a great hairdresser found by your intuition, and now you feel like you again with your much hairstyle. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Isaac 5 is like, hey, are we doing cards? Well, it's 9 o'clock. And so I'm respectful of all of you. I am going to pull a card from the Essential Manifesting and from the Goddess Unleashed. So as we're in this healing zone, this healing mantra, maybe there's a little bit more clarity that you want. Maybe there's a little bit more of guidance you're seeking, or maybe just a confirmation that what you received was accurate and it's time to take action. Oh, you got it, because you've got the divine guidance, baby. Wow. Oh my gosh, divine guidance. And you can take a picture of the card too if you want. So this says thoughts and inspiration are coming from the Creator. Take immediate action, for you are in harmony with your divine purpose. This means you're trusting your intuition, that you are speaking with your soul, that you are strong and able. So please, please trust the messages that you've been getting. Continue to write that out. I do feel like you're going to continue getting additional guidance throughout this night. I do feel like into the day as well. Karen, I know you are in your morning time, so I feel like I would give it definitely over to the next 24 hours. So your Goddess Unleashed card, no matter what your goddess personality, if you have the Goddess Unleashed deck, you know that it's divided into the 4 goddess personalities and then the overall goddesses. You know, the difference between ego and intuition. Your ego is that insecure, fear-based reptilian brain. Your intuition is your knowingness. That's your higher self. That's your soul self. That's your ESP, extrasensory perception. Trust that. Trust your heart. Trust your guidance. The more you entertain your ego, the more it blocks your blessings. I don't know who needed to hear that. I don't know why that was coming out, but angels were just dropping that bomb. Okay, thank you. Ooh. Perceive, babe. Perceive. This is actually the goddess of order. And she is one of the most perceptive, most intuitive of the goddesses. She is the most intuitive of the goddess personalities. The goddess of action is the most, she goes with her gut instinct. She can't really explain it, but yes. This is saying, you know, what is your perception of it? What is your intuition telling you? Because things might look good. It's like when you walk into a restaurant and everything looks happy, but you can sense something's off. You can sense something that isn't quite right. That's happened to you when you've walked into a room. You didn't know those two people were fighting. Like there was no outward reason why they should be fighting, but you just could sense something is off. And then later to find out they had just had an argument. That's what your perception is spot on. This card is coming to you to say, trust what you're perceiving, trust that inner guidance. When you work with the Aquarius energy, you're going to find your intuition is spiking because you're working with that starseed energy, that higher dimension, that higher vibration naturally. When you're intentional about it, you're going to have even more guidance. I know, like right now, there's a lot of coffee smells coming. I don't have any coffee in here. I have a Diet Verner's and I have the wine, which is blueberry. And so the coffee brings, that's a scent that brings me comfort. And that's something that you can pay attention to too. If you have the intuition course, you know, that's something that we cover in that creating your own intuitive catalog. And it's those scents that you are suddenly aware of. And what does that emotion connect with that smell, with that song that you hear? The more you start keeping track of that, you'll find, wow, you are really communicating with your angels, with your divine self, and you're able to access your Akashic records. You're able to understand this is your path, your journey, and your strengths. How your road to empowerment is really what this is. So, yeah. Um, oh no, geez, Karen, no, Karen, that's not about that. It was not about that whatsoever. It really, honest to God, was not about that. Karen, I want you admiring your short hair. I want you admiring yourself. I want you looking in the mirror saying, I love you, honestly. It really is sometimes, and it's not about you whatsoever. I can tell you 100%. Sometimes there is a blockage of, why do you think you deserve this? Why do you think you can have a total healthy body? You have to go to the doctor. Or why do you think you can have that, free money kind of thing? You have to work hard for everything, because that's been a message that's been passed down. And that's that ego speaking to you. You got to work hard for everything. Money just doesn't fall off trees. Those kind of messages, your ego will continue replaying those messages to feed into like sabotaging you so that you don't succeed. And so that's that ego. That's the ego blocking. Your ego can suddenly say, why do you think that guy would be interested in you? Why do you think he would want to date you? And so you don't even smile at the guy. That's what an asshole your ego can be, oh, you're not going to work out anyway, so go eat that cookie kind of thing. Especially if that's going to blow off your whole day. It's going to make you feel less of yourself. It's going to depress you, those kind of things. So your ego can set you up for failure because it thinks it's helping you succeed. As in, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel disappointed. That's where your intuition would be like, no, girl, you're looking good. I'm glad you listened to that. I'm glad you went with the short hair. I'm glad you trusted yourself. But then that intuition wants you to keep saying, I feel good. I feel good. Now, from that state of feeling good, what do you want to manifest? Because we want everyone to get to that place where you feel good, and then you're ready to open in and invite in more feeling good, more high vibration, more benefits and blessings and joy and aligning with the outcome, that aligning with, I see the happy ending. I see the positive energy. I see the positive and result. That's the thing. Whereas ego would try to stall that. Like, well, how is that supposed to happen? When in reality, angels are going to help you. It's just like as we were talking to our body part that was a little owie, that we were given the guidance. Your ego would be the one to say, well, how do you know that was your angel? How do you know that was the body part? When in reality, you know it because you intuitively know it, because you are intuitive. You've been doing this long enough. You know your intuition. So that's, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Becky likes Heart Thoughts. Yep. From Louise Hay. Nice. We have a lot of nice books, a lot of beautiful people. Woohoo, woohoo. And a lot of great energy flowing. As this energy continues to flow, this is going to last. I hope you bottle it up and apply it. Apply it to something. Apply it to really great dreams tonight. Apply it to journaling a little bit and sharing a secret with your angels, with your guardian angel. This is what I'd really like to manifest. Use it to do a little mini meditation as you're washing your hands, and I release all the blockages and watch the soap go down the drain. You're washing away the blockages. Use it to look at the mirror, your reflection, and say, I love you. Use this energy to keep your vibe high, to continue to take that action step to manifest what you desire. This is a clear communication with your soul, with yourself, to honor the divine being that you truly are. So as you look at going forward, continue working with your angels, continue working and honoring your goddess personality, and then also knowing how to navigate and embrace the other goddess personality so that you can make the most of it. I love how the one gentleman wants to be called Lord versus goddess. I get it, totally got it, love it. And so, guys out there, Lord it is. If you're a Lord of action, Lord of optimism, Lord of order, or Lord of peace, please allow yourself to really honor that chosen personality. And yes, you might have a blend. Yes, you may be wearing the masks, but whatever goddess personality or Lord personality you are also all able to implement the zodiac energy. And Aquarius is coming up. Uranus goes direct the following Saturday. And so there's a lot of beautiful change in the air that you're able to make the most of. So thank you everyone for joining. Please honor yourself, congratulate yourself for being here. Really take a moment to value that you were present, you were whole, you participated, and celebrate you, celebrate your soul, celebrate this time and that you shared with this whole community, because your presence does make a difference. So please thank yourself. I thank you for being here, and know that we are all in this together. I love you and appreciate you so much. And just a reminder, you are made from the divine, out of stardust, designed to shine. Thank you everyone for being here. Mwah, I love you guys. Thank you. Yay.